That'd be pretty bad for that to go off. Anyway, hello everybody. My name is Crow98, and I'll be playing a game from a long time ago. Whew. This game came out in, I think, 2004, if I'm not mistaken. And it's probably one of the games that I actually have fond memories of because I played it when I was just a child. This game is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. It's the remastered edition, which is a game that came out in, the original came out on the GameCube. And it was kind of attached to the whole entire idea of, if you remember correctly, or if you were even born, the GameCube had a special adapter that would connect to a Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Advance SP, and you would be able to play specific games multiplayer only with those adapters. Unfortunately, those adapters didn't catch on, and the games themselves didn't catch on either. This is basically one of their ways of trying to, Final Fantasy's way of trying to, bring this game back to life. It's not that big of a deal. Well, it's kind of big of a deal to me. But hey, I honestly find it to be a lot of fun, and I want to kind of just share it with y'all. So why don't we get started? Well, I did start a file before, but I kind of just want to start over again. And, we'll see how things go from there.
On high that speak to me in secret sounds drifting on a breeze. Only I can feel and hear.
Oh, I always love this song. I like the original version of the song more than the remade version, but at least this captures how whimsical this game actually is. It's not like dark and gritty, it's more like, oh, look at the world. I don't like that harmony with the bagpipes. Oh, was that clarinets? No, I think those are bagpipes. That opening never gets old, and I always loved it. Come, let us record your adventures in this journey. In this journal, my bad. It shall be known as the Crystal Chronicles. But first, we must know the name of your hometown. Alright, so they always start you off with this same name, no matter how many times you started this. It's always going to be Tippa. But, we're going to name it... Solaris. The morning of my departure was here at last. I tried to brace myself for the journey ahead. There was a field along the main road where I decided to camp until sunrise. Tomorrow I set out in search of myrrh. If you don't know what myrrh is basically a kind of like sacred water of this world, which you need to protect your village. The world is honestly corrupted in a dark miasma that if you're not protected by a crystal that feeds off of myrrh, your village cannot sustain itself and you will die. Alright, so we have like friends data. I always like how they had this thing. It was kind of fun. It was always cute. I could always set out together with people, or I could just set out on my own. You never know what the hell you're going to get in this. But we're gonna first set out on our own. Build your caravan. You'll need a strong party to help run your caravan on your adventure. Choose up to 8 members from the 4 different tribes. Alright, now here's where we bring up the races. You have the Clavad, a tribe of warmth. The Clavats seek unity and friendship above all else. They are down to earth, peaceful, and see all others as friends, no matter their background. So they're basically like the humans of this world. As you can see, they use swords and shields as their weapons, so they're mostly seen as like the tank of the group. Then you have the little T. The shorties of the group, a proud warrior tribe steeped in tradition. The Lilities once ruled the continent, though hot-headed, their frank natures makes them admirable merchants. I read that right. They honestly ruled all over the place. You'll find out more as you go along of what actually happened and why certain places, why they were like that, and how they were able to be like that, even though they're so small. But they're a formidable bunch. They're more of your attackers in this game. Well, melee attackers. The Yuke, a soft-spoken tribe of wisdom and research. The Yukes once used magic to resist the might of the Lilities. Their otherworldly physical forms are said to be simply souls that augment their magical abilities. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. The Yuke are your spellcasters, as you can see. They were the only ones that were able to hold themselves against the little T's, so I honestly find that interesting. They're probably my favorite race out of all of them. They're kind of goofy looking, but I kind of love it. And then you have the Selkie, a tribe of individualists. The Selkies clothe themselves, my bad, in furs and stolen goods. Their almost primal agility has led many Selkies to take up a life of brigandry and thievery. So yeah, they're the speedy boys and girls of the bunch. I do love the fact that you can actually make a bunch of different characters if you want to. What I like about this is that they give you, they let you, of course you get to choose between male and female, but not only that, but you get to choose, like, what you look like. This is the base of what you would look like, and then you just have, like, different looks. This is something, ooh, this is kind of oriental looking, kind of almost like a samurai. Because they didn't really have this. Most of the time, you would be able to choose the hairstyle in the old game, but you would not be able to choose the clothes that they wore. They always had the same clothes all the time. Now you see what they mean by otherworldly beings. Look at that. There's no, like, actual body there. They're just there's nothing there. All you see are their arms. You have the Selkie, kind of more. There's a little more, you know, freedom to their clothing. They're not really bogged down by armor or anything. We're actually going to go with the Selkie, but I don't know which clothes we're going to go with, male or female, or... Actually, you know what? We're going to go with the Ukes. I always enjoyed the Ukes, and I've always been one. They've always been so useful for me. Screw it, we're going to Selkie. I don't like the outfits for the males. The females have better ones. I do like this one a lot, so we'll go with the female. We'll go with this one. This voice and this outfit. Let's go. Oh yeah, we get to choose like what type of family we come from. The type of family we come from will determine, like, you know, what type of stuff we should send back to our families. Now this one, I'm going to actually go with blacksmith. That for a name. Short and simple, Rena. So the character Rena is a Selkie who is a farmer and has a voice like this. Which is fine, and let's go with it. Today you finally step out into the world in search of myrrh. You come safely back to Solaris, alright? You find any materials for smithing, bring them back to us. We'll forge you a fine weapon.
Hey!
Don't worry, I'll take care of mother and father. if you make any friends out there, be sure to bring them around. Be sure to eat well. Rita, the blacksmith's daughter, is sent off by her father, Zagat. Oh my god, it's Zagat. It's almost like Sagat from freaking Street Fighter. Her mother, Rasei, her brother, Gano, and her other brother, Geti. There have been reviews of this game already, but I never trust game journalists because they do terribly when it comes to games that just aren't extreme. Like, they'll give games like New Super Mario Bros. That's extremely simple and easy, but it's kind of it has some fun to it. They'll say like a flaw is that it's way too easy, and then it's just like, we'll give it a 9 out of 10. Because it's still, like, they'll list many problems and then go ahead and give it, like, a high grade. Meanwhile, they'll look at this game and say, don't buy it.
You are the caravan from that village, are you not? I heard they were sending out a new caravan. You seem quite capable. My name is Sol Rock. I am captain of the caravan from the great fortress at Alphatari. Our caravan boasts a history that stretches back thousands of years.
Well, you're freaking little T, so I'm sure that you do.
Let us discuss that some other time. Stiltskin, you have a moment? This is the village caravan. Come on, say hello. Allow me to introduce
I always love this movie.
He may not look it, but he is a seasoned adventurer. Even we turn to him for counsel from time to time.
No, I'm just a Moogle that likes to get around. I learned all sorts of things in my travels before I knew it. I'm on my way somewhere right now, but I can teach you a thing or two if you like.
Now this is where basically they say, this is where you get tutorial, but since I played this game already on the PS4, I'm just gonna
I highly
skip
recommend you accept his offer.
Yeah, wouldn't want to miss it.
Well, I'm sure she will be just fine.
By the way, are you setting out all by yourself, Cabal? You've got a lot on your shoulders, Cabal. Let me carry the crystal chalice for you, Cabal.
Yes, a capital proposal. Let Mog help you. Be careful out there. You don't want to get in over your head.
You can always check to see what your diary says. It's always fun to like look at what your diary entries are like. I do like the fact that they actually decided to voice some of the cutscenes, which you will see cutscenes from time to time. Because the whole entire thing is about memories. Current element, fire. I think I'm gonna need either water or wind for this one. Oh, that's something else that's probably gonna come up as you go along. Your chalice has an element to it, and whichever element that it has will determine if you're able to get through an area up ahead, or not. I'll show you that in a bit, but we're first gonna do our first dungeon area. Riverbell Path. Alright, take on dungeons. Choose which... Play before entering the dungeon. Alright, so basically you get to choose like whether you want to do it by yourself or with multiple people. I'm going to do it by myself. Just to get started.
say that wicked creatures prowl the road along this beautiful riverbank, but nobody's ever seen one. I once asked a man why. He simply replied, because anybody who happens upon one is promptly eaten. But it is long since anyone has met such a fate. For nowadays, people take another route, far away from the spooky old road. Only we walk the old way now. Travelers in crystal caravans.
Get a little history of the area that you're going to be going into. I always like this. It tells you the lore of the area when you go there. They're not telling you beforehand or afterhand. We're long gone after you've already done this. It's like, you're here, here's a little bit of the intel on where you are. Alright, so basically right now we have like two commands, which will always be there, which is attack and defend. Attack and defend are exactly how they sound like. Oh god, my magic is so yeah, you can make the Moogle actually carry it around with you. It's actually recommended when you're playing alone. Because, as I said, you need to stay within the confines of this, circle that's around me, or else you will get damaged and die. And of course, as you go along, you'll get weapons, items that'll help you. Even right now, you got a Phoenix down, and then you got your first magic attack, which is fire. The good news is about using magic in this game is that when you get it in the dungeon, you have to keep it throughout the dungeon. There's no limit to how much you can use it. There's only just, okay. There's only just if you have it or not. When you get into parties, you're going to want to be able to make sure that you give specific people specific magic. Like, probably me, it would be best if I kept, it wouldn't be best if I had fire. If it was a youth, it would be and I was in a party, then the magic should go to me, just because of the fact that we have, youths have better magic stats. Doesn't mean that you can't use magic, it's just, why give magic to yourself when you have a character that's better suited for using magic? You know what I mean? The game starts out pretty simple, it's not extremely hard. I forgot to mention that actually, when you start, you're given like a specific type of mission. And when you're given that specific type of mission, it's best to try and go ahead and complete it. Especially when you're in multiplayer, because you'll go ahead and get points as you go along and do that mission. And at the end of it all, you'll be kind of going against each other to get rewards, depending on who completed their mission more. So let's say I'm with 3 other people, and my mission was to open a bunch of chests. If I opened a bunch of chests, then I did my job correct, and others were to, like, kill others with magic, kill enemies with magic, or heal a bunch of people. They have to go ahead and do that for their thing. And whoever does it, as I said, the most gets first place, second place, third place, and fourth place, which will allow you to go ahead and get rewards at the end. Oh shit, I already fucked up. I forgot to use Cure. That's one thing you're gonna have to make sure that you go ahead and remember, is that you are by yourself, so you're going to have to make sure that you go ahead and when you're by yourself, you have to make sure you go ahead and heal yourself and other things like that. You're also going to have to make sure that you press certain switches at the same time. So using the challenge sounds like another body is helpful. But before I died, I can't believe actually let that happen. I want to show you guys something. I just got the raise spell, and what that does is, you know, raises people. But one of the fun things about this game is that when you get magic, you have the ability to fuse it together and create different types of magic. So this time I fused fire and raise together, and I get holy. Another thing that a lot of people will enjoy is that when you're playing with others, you'll have the ability to fuse both of your magics together and creating stronger versions of the magic that you're using. So let's say you're using fire, and the other person uses fire with you, so you use fire up. Same thing with like cure and everything like that. There's a lot of fun if you can get other people. Like, that would be great for a farmer. I think you could actually trade with other people, trade with people in this game. So you'll be able to go ahead and do all sorts of stuff that'll allow you to, like, let's say you get an item and it's like, oh, well, I'm the daughter of a blacksmith, let me go ahead and make you a weapon. Or I'm the daughter of a farmer, I can go ahead and make it so that way we get more healing items, more items that boost your stats. These are the things you gotta keep in mind when you're playing with other people. Because some people may try to be a little, you know, selfish in a game where you have to work together, and they try to take everything for themselves. Like, chunks of bronze would be great for the blacksmith, so you might as well go ahead and give it to the blacksmith person. If I remember, it's going to go this way. Now, in the beginning, you only have 4 slots, which, as I said, 2 are taken up by attack and defend. You need those no matter what. And then you get 2 for whatever you want. You can fuse spells together. You can use put an item on there, maybe because you don't have cure. Things like that. I forgot exactly what that does. Give me a second. Go to here. You have a lot of stuff that you can actually go ahead and have with you. When you be under here. So you see the tool that I have. That I have, they actually go ahead and I get to use them as I play, but at the end you get to keep them for whatever it is you choose to want. Oh shit. Careful! Okay. Split. Still raise cure. So we got 2 blizzards and oh sweet, perfect. Now I have so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move this, move this. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put thunder and raise so that way we get holy, and now we have cure. That removal pack honestly helps a lot because now I have not just a magic spell that can do damage, but I also have a heal. This will come in handy as you go along because, well, you tell me why having more space in your bag is always a good idea. There's something over this way. I know there's not really like epic music like you would find in like numbered Final Fantasies, but I like this music. This music is calming as all hell. Alright, I forgot. He does get tired from time to time, so you're gonna have to carry it around a little bit. Because then, when it comes down to it, he starts getting sluggish. Look at this, a little mobile house. There isn't really anything here. I just like to visit this place because these noodles are adorable. Look at them! They have little clothes and everything! And that one keeps falling over. Alright, I think we're actually about to get into our first boss area. Yeah, this is it. Giant crab! Also, make sure you dodge attacks, which they do telegraph, so... Right now that his claw's gone, he can't do that electric attack. Still do the head smash. Now you're just dodging the bubbles and the head smash. That's really bad. Oh, and the jumps whenever you miss it. Slow because it makes your spell, not only you run slower, but your spells take longer to freaking charge. Charging spells is important when it comes to, like, you know, doing something like that. Can you go away, you stupid rat? All he got is this bubble, and he can now do electric attacks normally, like how we do. Ah, shit. Jumps. Now he starts doing electric attacks. Yep. Bubble. Oh, electric attack. I do have a little projectile thing that I can shoot. I forgot. Because not only do you charge your magic, but you can also charge your magic effects. I'm done. This one's like a little bit more. Obviously, he's the mage. Not really the speedy boy or girl. Yes, the first drop has been added. As I said, your village needs this in order to survive. So it's either you bring this back or your family and friends all die.
Hail Moogle at your service, Capo.
Oh right, I forgot to tell you about this. You'll get mail from your family every once in a while. It'll just be like a little silly thing, or sometimes something's going on. So like, you got this from your father. To our caravan, how's everything? You may be facing hardships that drag your spirits down, but always remember that the caravan gives hope to us all. May you return safely, Rena. From Roland. Of course, you can say thank you, and you can send them nothing, send them Gil, or send them item. This time I send them an item. I should be able to send them a bronze. There we go. Send.
Don't keep me waiting, Capo. I've got your reply, Capo. So long, Capo.
Now, I did not do this at all. Like, if I was to play, if anything, this would be like, I would probably be in last place for a lot of people. So I can go ahead and make it so that way I have more item space, I have more magic, more defense. But in this case, we're gonna go ahead and get more command space. My bad. Not idle space, command space. Oh, they didn't do that before. That's pretty cool and pretty makes things easier. Okay, so before this whole entire thing, you would have to go back into the dungeon if you didn't have the right element. Go in, get the right element, go out. This time they make it so that way, oh, you need a specific element? Well, you can go ahead and do that, or you can even go back into the dungeon. I think that's pretty cool. Up, cutscene.
Have you heard of the Black Knight? They say he's on a journey to master the art of combat. Few these days ever set out to better themselves. You would do well to master something before your journey ends.
You'll get these little cutscenes here and there. Some people find them annoying. I find them a little endearing because you don't really have much in the terms of story going on in here. It's just make sure you get myrrh for your village, and that's about it. This is the map. Of course, you can always go back to your hometown, visit your family, and everything like that. And remember, you can fill your village up with people, so always remember that. And that's why you see like a lot of people standing there like, oh hey.
Hello.
You know, the materials I sent them. Oh shoot, I could have actually made this. I need iron for this, and I need bronze for this. Again, you will not use a shield because that's for robots only. And you won't be using gloves because they're for abilities only. Unless something's that are gender specific, hell yeah. You can always come back to your village, get items from here and everything like that if you want to, and stuff like that. I'm going to actually restart because I am not a fan of the Tucky. As I said before, I'm more of a youth person. Oh yeah, there's chat for, you know, everything that you need. So I can't actually go ahead and go back. That's gonna reset this real quick. Probably the stream will end a little bit, but hold on.